You don't stop. Yo, welcome, Hacker Pro family. Season 2, Episode 5. Once again, we got a special guest with us today. Mayo, support engineer
Thank you.
in the healthcare industry. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great.
So talk to me, man. I've known you. You come from your story is pretty unique.
Yeah.
Going from medical school to project management to IT. Talk about that story. How did you navigate that?
I feel like I tried to. My focus was like medical school at first, right? So I was really trying my best to pass the MCAT, get into medical school, but that didn't work out. Yeah. So I just transitioned to like tech, and tech kind of like took off. And then went down at the same time. Yeah. So that shit, tech went down back in 2022, 2021. But when I graduated in 2019, and my goal was to go to medical school, Baylor. I got into Baylor University actually.
What's up?
Yeah, for there's this thing called postgrad. So it's for people that they didn't do well in their MCAT. And they're trying to basically do all this science focus so they can get into medical school. Okay. So it's like if you get a 3.5,
like diploma, UNILA kind of thing, right?
Yeah, if you get a 3.5, they will just accept you into the school easily. But I had a loan issue. My mom was getting a master's the same time during that time, so. Something with the loan just didn't work out, and I kind of just transition. But when I transitioned, I tried to transition into a database administrator at first. Right. I did that for 1 year. Then from then, project management for 2-3 years. Actually, 3 years. And then, got laid off, and then I went into IT support. But I've always been in IT support because when I was at Temple University, I was the manager. I was in charge of taking care of the support system at Temple University. And Temple is in Philly, by the way. North Philly.
Yeah.
So
okay.
We got McMill there too. So
I'll ask you. So from all this, right? What was your most difficult or challenging thing within your transition?
I think the most difficult part was the depression.
Yeah.
Of not being able to be in medical school.
Right.
So to be honest, apart from tech, medicine has always been a big part of me. I actually wanted to be a surgeon. So I studied neuroscience.
Wow. That's good.
So I wanted to be a neurosurgeon.
Right.
So when I first found out about the whole situation, the whole loan situation, it kind of just shook me a little bit. For a year, I wasn't myself. I was just feeling damn, I can't even move forward. And I studied I took all the prerequisites.
Yeah.
And all those prerequisites are not easy.
Right.
They're very hard. I'm talking
probably
about
expensive too.
Genetics, microbiology, all these big prerequisites. So it just kind of shook me. But at the same time, at the end of the day, what I look at, I'm always one of those people that if something don't work, I just gotta think fast and move forward to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So tech was big at that time, and I just kind of moved into tech. I wish at that time I could have moved into cloud tech. But I was in the IT support. I was one of those people that they will call, hey, our password need change.
Right.
I mean, also I feel like that's a very big example of, every disappointment is a blessing, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big example of that. So I feel like, so let me ask you this, right? If, you didn't have all the challenges, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you would have still been in a medical school right now or doing medicine?
I feel like, till this day, I still like medicine better than tech.
Damn.
No, for real. But I feel like I have more flexibility, and I have better understanding with tech than medicine.
Yes.
The thing with medicine is it's a 50% thing. You might be making all this good money, but you might not have a good family standard. You know what I mean?
True.
So with medicine, it's shaky. It's either you marry someone else in medicine or someone that is extremely busy. So but now it's I'm able to see life. I'm able to understand life. I'm able to enjoy life. So it's everything is good. But at the same time, medicine was the first pivot that I really wanted to do. But it didn't work out, and I feel like tech was like the next thing because I've always been in tech. My dad has always been in tech, so he was able to just basically channel me into a different thing. So yeah,
my thinking is, why was medicine so big for you? Like, was it a dream of yours when you were growing up as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could tell, because you're saying your dad is in tech. I'm so probably you should just lean to.
So I actually didn't like. I actually didn't like anything medicine back in high school, right? But later on, when I started college, like I started loving it because I took like anatomy 1 and 2, and that just made me like the whole aspect of like medicine. And ever since then, I was just like, I want to be a doctor.
But like that's not about that too as well. It's not like it's great money too in medicine too. So it's not like there wasn't a big shift from you moving from medicine to tech.
Funny enough, I actually wasn't thinking about the money part in medicine.
Okay.
I was actually not thinking about the money part. It was more focused on like just surgery. I don't know. Like I was just more focused on like just the impact of surgery.
Helping people. You're a good guy, man.
That's
Respect.
Like I just like the whole atmosphere of just being in the OR, operating room, and just having someone pass you the spatula, like just I don't know. It's just dope.
You're watching too much Grace.
No. I actually, funny enough, I actually didn't. I just love medicine. Like I just like anything. Science is my favorite. I'm not good with math. I'm not good with like other stuff, but science, I love science. I love science.
Yeah, but I don't think I could ever do that because I don't know. Like it's something about like people dying in front of me, man.
For real,
I just can't.
I think it's a thing where at the end of the day, you just gotta understand your job.
Yeah, of course.
Just like I'm a support engineer at MD Anderson. Like I understand my job. I understand that people are going to get frustrated. I understand people are going to get mad. People have issues with your laptop deployment, all this Microsoft 365 new updates. I know people are going to have issues with it. Right? So my focus is to try to make sure that like they're engaged with me. Basically, like, I'm making sure like, okay, I came into the office to try to help this person. Okay, what can I do for this person? I know this person's already mad already, so my focus is like, okay, let me make sure that I give the best customer service, because it's not about the technical side. Sometimes you just have to make sure like these people are like, they calm down, they're not doing too much, they just they like what you're doing. Like it's like they let you do you rather than they just keep telling you how frustrated they are. You know what I'm saying? So customer service is the first thing when it comes to my job, as a support engineer. And then the second thing is like the skills part. But that's usually what I always try to make sure I focus on, just customer service. Like,
So a lot of your days more so like ServiceNow tickets, answering.
Yeah, ServiceNow tickets. A lot of putting in the tickets to my boss. He always want us to like every little thing, even if someone asks you something in the hallway like about deployment or the new Microsoft Windows 11, they, like he always want us to just put in that ticket.
So I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on that. So in terms of like O365 and stuff like that, what's like your day to day? What does it look like usually? Like when you come to the office, what do you usually do? How do you go about it?
My day to day varies though. As a tech person, like your day to day is always varies. But I think most of the time when I come into work, I always know like what kind of ticket do I need to like, because with the SLA you have to prioritize. Okay, so is this high priority or low priority? Which one needs more focus? So when I go in there, I just always try to figure out, okay, this one is high priority. This one needs more focus. So I will go into the more focus area, and then I will just make sure I try to fix whatever problem they have. And for example, their problem can just be regular, like, hey, my laptop VPN is not working. You know what I'm saying? And 95% of the time, they just have to turn it off and restart restart the computer. So these things are not hard, but you need a little bit of understanding of Active Directory, a little bit of understanding of, how. Yeah, Entra ID, you know, how certain things works in terms of like laptop. You still need, that's why I always tell people to make sure they get like their, you know, Network Plus and get their A Plus, you know, just make sure like you understand at least Windows environment. But like, we work with Windows and Mac also.
So I mean, like, so being I haven't really been a support engineer before, right? I haven't really like done too much of like, you know, support, right? And I feel like that's very like, you know, customer facing or like people facing. Like, how is that like for you? Like dealing with like different like you know, types of people, and you know, having to like you know deal with their problems, and you know, because like, you know, sometimes like they can come with like some like ridiculous problems. You'd be like, come on. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, why me?
But what my mom went to is like, bro, you remember he was about to be a medical doctor or something.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So,
no. That's true though. I remember my first time actually like being in IT support. Like, so that part was more like IT support online, right? So the online part is more like you pick up the phone, you pick up the phone every little time. So it's like every 5 minutes someone is calling about a problem. And I was looking at myself like, it's not what I signed up for.
Yeah, not what I signed up for.
But now, like, you know, where I work for MD Anderson, actually MD Anderson is the best organization that I've ever worked for. Like, I've been in so many companies, and this organization is like perfect for me, you know. But what I would say that really you know, when it comes to like, you know, the question that you asked, I would say dealing with people, you just have to understand like how they're feeling, you know, because if your laptop is not working right now and you're having issues with logging into the certain website to do your job, it will make you feel a little bit like, you know,
uneasy and things like that.
So, you know, by the time you call it technical support and the guy comes, you might still feel a little frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So what the guy has to do is like try to make sure you calm down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way. That's why I say, like, honestly, customer service and behavioral is the first thing, rather than the technical skills. You still need the technical skills because you still have to fix the guy problem. You know what I'm saying? But I think the goal is understanding Microsoft 365 from head to toe.
Key.
I took a course, you know, Google course. It's Microsoft 365, just to like, because I know like from 2019 to now, things have changed. You know, way differently. So you always have to make sure that you're making sure like you're trying to get yourself certified with certain things, and just making sure like things are going well, like in your aspect of understanding.
You saying O365? Are you saying the whole platform? Because
it's big.
It's so big. It's so big for everything. Like, you know, so you have to master the whole thing.
So not master though. Everything is a learning process. So I don't think you have to master everything. Because I didn't master everything, you know. But I think my home goal is to make sure that I'm following the metrics at my job. Because metrics is very important, right? Your job might say that, okay, we want you to do 10 tickets a day, you know, and that 10 tickets has to have like different kind of CLA, high priority, low priority, all these things. So you have to just make sure you're just doing your home part. But it's not, you don't have to master anything. So everybody, even my senior tech, it doesn't know certain things.
So I'm guessing like the most parts you have to probably deal with is like identity access management, that aspect of it.
Yeah. For example, right now, on my job, we're doing this, what was it called? It's like a deployment. So we have this thing called SHS. It's basically people, like, you know, it's basically students that are transitioning into MD Anderson to do image diagnostic, basically. So every June, we always make sure that, like, you know, are we still good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, like June, we always make sure that like we do like 250 deployment. So we create all these new laptops, but with the laptops, we have to do so many things inside of it. Like,
hardening
and it takes like almost like 4 hours each to make sure one laptop is good. You know, to give to you and be like, okay, welcome. You know, SAC type of thing. So these things are like, you know, you kind of have to know more about Microsoft 365 because there's a lot that goes into it. You know, the firmware update and the access and management, because we will create an Active Directory. We have this thing called active roles, you know, so we will create like all their credentials, you know, we'll make sure they're members of, we'll try to add it to them. Sometimes, like me, I don't, like, a lot of people don't have access to these things, but I have access to it because, like, I'm, like, kind of, like, close to the senior role.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, it just depends on what kind of level you are. If you're, like, associate, they're not going to give you access to those things. You're not going to know those things. But if you're, like, in the mid-level, closer to the senior role, then, you know.
That makes sense,
Yeah, so let's say if someone wants to get into what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
What type of, like, you know, certifications can they take to get that, like, you know, understanding that, like, you know, technical skills?
Yeah.
Or that, like, technical knowledge too as well?
I think like Network Plus, A plus, Network Plus, anything CompTIA, Network Plus, A plus, Security Plus would be nice also, just for, you know, just for better understanding. But I would say ITIL too. That's very important. Like, cause I took that, like, and I think that's very important because, like, it would just help you with the whole dynamic of the whole everything. And also it just depends on your environment. Is your environment using Mac or are they using Windows?
Windows, yeah.
You know, so we use both. We use Mac and Windows. So you kind of have to. I took a lot of Mac certifications. I have so many Mac certifications.
Mac?
They have certifications?
I had
I've
to.
never even seen one.
I had to.
I never had one.
I have it. You can. I have it. Like I literally like have like 6 certifications from Mac. Like, and it's crazy with Mac. You have to take Mac 13, Mac 15, Mac Mini, Mac something. Yeah. Like you have to take all the certifications.
That's crazy because, like, I'm not too much of a fan of Mac, to be honest.
No,
I like
I don't
Windows all day.
I guess I'm the only one who likes Mac.
Windows all day.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan too. So what we notice at MD Anderson is that a lot of doctors and a lot of like research assistant, research people, they actually use Mac. So we're always having to use this thing called JAMF. We call it JAMF. It's like a way. It's like a deployment thing that we do. But a lot of those people, when they use Mac, we're always having to like try to like tell ourselves like, okay, this Mac people are about to come like this week because like so when we transition into Mac, they couldn't understand what's going on with like the OneDrive, with the Active Directory.
Yeah.
We had to like customize and automate a lot of things using PowerShell, you know, like scripting. So Mac can get a little complicated because with every scripting, you have to pass through Mac OS. You have to pass through like certain things. Windows is so easy, like life is easy. You just go to commands, you know, you just script whatever you want to script. But with Mac, you have to actually like go through the technical support. You have to talk to Mac OS technical support to even make sure certain things are being exploited. So it's different. It's different with Mac. Wow. It's a little complicated. Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, I guess you know, people want to hear about, you know, like everyone likes money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, what's like the, you know, the salary or like the range, you know, of someone in your role?
To be honest, like it could go from like $20 to, you know, $60 an hour.
Okay.
It just depends. Are you trying to be a support specialist? Are you trying to be a support engineer? Are you trying to be an IT support? You know, like it ranges. Just like in the security world, you know, it's like security analysts and SOC analysts. You know, then you have cybersecurity analysts, then you have security engineers, or you have like threat detection analysts.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it ranges. It depends, you know. But from my role, like, you know, when it's the middle level size, it's usually like $70K to like $100K.
$100K,
Yeah.
That's not bad still.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Like it's not bad at all.
In this economy, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all, to be honest. Yeah.
So how did you transition from a project manager to tech? Was that easy for you? Like,
to be honest, like the story is just behind, like, you know, when I moved here, like 2023.
Yeah.
I was a project manager, and then I just lost my role. Like, you know, I was in it's an IT consulting service.
Right.
It's called Wavical, and I was doing a project manager for enterprise project.
Okay.
And they lost a big budget, and they had to let a lot of people go. And then when a lot of the people go, I kept doing project management like interviews. And I kept noticing, like, you know, I would get to the last round, but I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
So for a while, I was just like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, I just kind of like, I was just like, I don't know what it is. I think it's God. One day, I just woke up. I just said, like, you know what? Let me go back to what I used to do, which is IT support tech. And then, you know, I started, like, applying to, like, IT support. I started, like, applying. Actually, no company interviewed me. Like, no company. I kept getting rejection after rejections.
Right.
And then MD Anderson, they interviewed me, and it was one round, 6 people in the panel.
How do you feel about those interviews with 6 people? Like, in general, everybody here. Like,
I actually like it.
You rather do one-on-one or
I actually
or a
like it if it's one round. I actually like it.
If it's one round, I can do that.
Yeah, I like it. I like it if it's one round. I don't like 4 rounds.
I don't mind it, but I hate it when it's room to room.
Oh, that's the
room.
worst.
Oh,
that's
that one I hate it. So you go to
Oh.
6 different rooms.
Yeah. I don't like
is
that one
crazy,
too.
Yeah, because like I've done like interviews that were like six rounds before.
Jesus.
So each person had 1 round, 1 hour each. Boom,
Same
boom,
day?
boom, boom. 2 days, back to back.
1 hour.
1 hour each.
That's
That was
different.
stressful. So if it's 6 people on a panel, 1 hour, I could do that. But like thing about that is that you gotta come ready. You gotta come on your shit.
Definitely.
Because they'll be throwing you from left, right,
Bro.
center.
Definitely.
I recently had one. It was 9 people versus me, bro. I literally asked them. I said, "Is anyone else coming?" Bro, the amount of people in that call.
9 people.
That was even
It
gonna
was
make you
intimidating,
nervous,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
intimidating.
nervous, so.
And then like some of them don't even have the cameras on, so it's like I'm talking to a black
Oh
screen.
yeah.
I'm like,
I've
oh, for
had
real? Yes,
that.
bro.
I've had
It was like
that.
half of them had the cameras
You
on.
probably had the whole security team on that call, man.
Bro, actually, it could be. I have no clue, but those was
Yeah,
interesting.
I think you know, having like a lot of people in the panel, it doesn't scare me, especially if I know that it's only 1 or 2 rounds. Because I feel like, okay, there's a possibility I might get this job, you know. But with MD Anderson though, like it was just 6 people in the panel. They grilled me.
Oof.
They didn't even, you know what's so crazy? Yeah, they didn't talk. They didn't like send me a message till like a month after. I already forgot about the job. I thought I didn't get a job.
Yeah,
I thought I didn't get a job, bro. I thought I didn't get a
That's
job.
the thing
Like
about those ones, like
you
you
know.
actually get those ones. Those ones that come back later.
Yeah,
Those are the ones that come.
I didn't get a job. I literally like one day I was just chilling and they just called me. No, actually they didn't call me. On a Friday they sent me like a message and it says like sign up for a background check and I'm like, I'm
They didn't even call you.
How?
That's
They didn't even
crazy.
call me.
They didn't- like how?
So they called me on a Monday and they said oh like we would like to give you an offer and I'm just like this is weird.
Weird, yeah.
So mind you, I applied in January. They didn't call me till February 28th.
Ooh.
I did an interview February 28th. They didn't even call me. They sent me a message. They sent me an email. I found the email like out of nowhere. So I just, I responded to the email and then we went from there. I did the interview. The interview was crazy. It was stressful. After the interview, 2 weeks passed by, 3 weeks passed by. I forgot about it. Like, because, regular you would think like, you didn't get a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, a month later, they just called me and they said, we would like to.
It seems like.
And me, so I was just like, I know y'all right now.
But I'm kind of curious. Sorry, Kobe. I'm kind of curious, right? I mean, like MD Anderson, like that's a health. measure.
Yeah.
So did your medical background play into you getting that job, or like was it, or like did you speak about your medical background?
That's a good question.
Like, do you even put that in your resume and stuff?
That's a good question. I think with my resume, I did have Temple University because I went to Temple, and I work for Temple Research, and I also work for Temple Hospital.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he did play a background. I don't know. I mean, I always look at things as God, but like I don't know if like the Temple University or Temple Hospital played the background. I just know when those 6 people were asking me questions, they didn't really care for Temple or not Temple.
Yeah, exactly.
So but yeah.
Seems like you're God's favorites, man.
You said what?
It seems like you're one of God's favorites.
Oh yeah. I mean, amen.
That's good.
Time, so speaking of interviews, like for the people watching, are there any tips, any encouragements you can give them on how to navigate interviews?
I would say number one is be personable. Even if you're not, because I'm just a personable person. But if you're not, try your best to be personable. These people are looking for skills, but at the same time, they're not.
Right.
That's true.
They low-key want to just laugh. They want to see that, like, they just want to be happy. They just want to see that the person that they're bringing in is, like, a happy person they can talk to.
Right.
Got jokes.
You got jokes. Yeah. I don't even got jokes, but like,
but
I mean, my boy. So I
can't. Try one or two.
Yeah, definitely. The room. But like, to be honest though, before every interview, I always pray a lot, and then when I get in there, I just always make sure that like, I'm even more personable than I am before. Like, just trying to make sure that like I ask about their day. You don't want to be robotic.
Right,
you want to make sure that the things you're asking them is the things that you can relate to, and they love these things. Like they want to make sure that okay, like this person that I'm bringing on, I can call him anytime in a meeting. Stakeholders can call him, monthly business report. He can present, all these good things. So I just think to be personable, and then I would say the last thing is just. Take your initiatives. I know we don't like to sometimes, but it helps in terms of the company just understanding who you are.
Who you are, yeah. Exactly.
Because if you take initiatives, you don't have to do everything, but when you take initiatives, it helps you with like you understanding the actual job, the business of it, the business side of it, So I think that's my goal. It's always like the first 30 days of the job, I always just try to make sure that I understand the business side of everything. So yeah,
that's good.
I think it also helps, put your name around so that people within the company know you, and then you look like an asset within the system. Right?
On my job right now, I volunteer for everything. because like. Think about it, like when they want to let people go, when they want to do certain things, they're just able to say, this Mayo guy is an asset. He always volunteer for when we have epic validation, when we have issues, So those things kind of like remind them that like, let's not let this one go. But Josh has been here for 5 years. We don't even know about Josh. You know what I'm saying? So
just chilling.
It's all about it's all about just like being proactive and just taking initiatives. So,
Right.
Sounds good.
Season 2, episode 5.
I think we covered it all, man. Did you have? I think at this point we like to kind of give our audience a chance to showcase anything, any brand, anything you want to talk about,
any business you have on the side,
stuff like that. Just put yourself out there, really. I know you do photography and stuff like that as well. So if you just want to give a shout out,
Penny Visuals, PENNY.
Yes, sir.
Visuals. But right now, honestly, to be honest, I'm not even focused on photography. I'm just focused on like the career aspect of like what I'm trying to do. So as I told you earlier, I'm transitioning into like IAM, identity access. Right now I've been like working on trying to build like RBAC online, just projects, just to get myself like ready for the next step. So I'm just more focused right now on like my whole career goals rather than the whole photography. And funny enough, I'm an actor. Like I can act, I could do all this. I could do all this like artsy stuff, but it's just not my to go to right now. Right now, I just want to focus on the career, and just move up. And I think things has been going well. And thankfully, I have the best. Of the best right here, and he's been putting me in different shape, like, and I've been just like understanding different things. So, and then just praying to God and just
that's
making
amazing,
sure
man. That's why we do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
man.
Appreciate y'all.
I think that's it. That's a wrap.
Right.
Season 2, episode 5. Signing out.
Did it.
Yes, sir.
did.
Good shit.
Yeah. My level.
That was a nice one, bro.
My level.
How long was that? 30 minutes?
I think it was more than 30 minutes.